Good morning, all. We'll wait for 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll start with a revision of the previous lecture and we'll continue for problem solving. I hope everyone is with notebook and pen. Okay, student. Good morning, everyone. Now, what we will do, we will quickly revise what we have done in the last lecture, okay, so that it will be easier to continue with the next thing. Okay, I hope everyone has got the problems, how to solve the problems on principle of inclusion exclusion. Yes, student. Okay, so might be I'll be giving it in a homework type problem in a lecture only. Okay, so instead of giving it on a Google Classroom, I'll be giving it in a lecture only. Okay, everyone will be solving that problem and then we will be discussing that problem in lecture only. Okay, that will be better. Okay, so I hope everyone has understood how to solve problem based on principle of inclusion exclusion. Okay, quickly give me the reply in a chat box. Quickly, student, everyone is comfortable with the problems? Yes.
Ma'am, not audible.
Now I'm audible.
Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
So yeah. So you have done with this now. Everything was done now. Ending, oring to the P to the Q. Yes or no? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
I hope everyone is clear with this truth table. Okay. And whatever the truth values, whatever the problem we are solving here, everyone's supposed to write in a notebook. Notebook work is important. Now, conditional statement, up to conditional statement we have seen, and P to the Q is equivalent to negation P or Q we have seen in a previous lecture. Now we are moving to the biconditional statement. In a biconditional statement, P, if and only if Q will be reading. Okay. So if and only if, okay, whenever you will observe, then that time you will call it as a biconditional statement. And how you are going to represent the biconditional statement, student? It is P, okay, then both ways arrow and Q. Now, how I'm going to write down the truth table of this? Okay, so here you have to remember, student, whenever you will have equal truth values, whenever you will have equal truth values, that time only you will be getting result as true. Otherwise, you will get result as false. Okay, so for true, it is going to give us true. For false, it is going to give us true. But for true, false or false, true, it is going to give us false. Okay, so let me write down this over here. Okay, so P, Q, and P biconditional operator Q. So true, false, right? Then true, false. So true, I'm going to get true value, right? For false, I'm going to get true value because these truth values are similar or equal. True, false. But for true, false and false, true, I'm going to get false. Okay. So for biconditional operator, you need to remember when I'm going to get value as a true value. Whenever we'll have both the truth values as equal values. Okay. Now, similar to P to the Q, which is equivalent. Okay. to the negation P or Q, whether we are having some equivalent term with respect to this P biconditional operator Q? Anyone is knowing? Let me check the page over here. Okay, student. So tell me, anyone is having idea? So I'll say it. P, okay, biconditional Q is equivalent to P to the Q or Q to the P. Let us check out whatever I'm saying is correct or not. Okay, I'm saying that whatever the result I'm getting for biconditional operator with P and Q, the same result I'll be getting if I'll perform P to the Q and Q to the P. Okay, just perform P, Q, okay, then P to the Q, then Q to the P, and then final answer. I'll be writing answer, okay, instead of writing whole the term. Now P, true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false, right? P to the Q. When I'm getting P to the Q, student, true, 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 true to the true, false. Which value I'm getting, student? Quickly say. True, false,
False.
false. Very good.
False.
False, true, true, false,
True.
false. Now tell me what would be the result of Q to the P? First result would be
True.
perfect. Next, second one,
True. Second true.
True.
why
False.
true?
False.
Yes. Why true here? Second true, student, because Q to the P we are doing. It is Q to the P. So you will be moving from false to true. So false true is true. Okay. Now third one, true to the false is false. True to the false is false. And false to the false is false. Right?
I am true.
Sorry,
Ma'am.
false
False
to
to
the false
true.
is
Ma'am, true.
true. Okay. Now this is how you're going to do Q to the P. Okay. No need to get confused. Okay. Whenever P to the Q, like P to the Q, direction would be right. And Q to the P, direction would be left. From Q to P, you have to move. Okay. Now answer ending of these two. True, true, true. False, true, false. True, false, false. And true, true is true. Whether you're getting the same result as P to the P by bidirectional Q, yes, you're getting the same result. Okay, so at this time, you can say that P bidirectional Q operation is equivalent to P to the Q and Q to the P. Okay, now after this, we are going to see very important terminology, student. Okay, listen everyone. Now I'll say Q to the P. Okay, whatever we have done is Q to the P is called converse. What we will call it as a converse of P to the Q. Okay. So Q to the P would be always, we'll be saying as a converse of P to the Q. Okay. This is the first term, first terminology that we need to remember. Second is negation P to the negation Q is called inverse of P to the Q. Okay. Negation P to the negation Q is called inverse of P to the Q. Negation Q to the negation P is called contrapositive of P to the Q. Okay. Negation Q to the negation P would be contrapositive of P to the Q. Okay. So these terminology, student, you need to remember. I'll repeat it again. Whenever they will ask, okay, write down the converse of the given statement, write down the inverse of the given statement, write down the contrapositive of the given statement. Okay, so first we need to convert the statement, okay, English statement into the symbolic form, and then with respect to those symbols, we need to find it out converse, inverse, and contrapositive. Whenever we want to find it out converse, okay, we have to do Q to the P. Whenever we need to find it out inverse, Then we have to find it out negation P to the negation Q. Okay. And whenever we need to find it out contrapositive, then we have to get it using negation Q to the negation P. I hope everyone has written this in a notebook. Okay. This is very important symbols. Okay. Now, after this, what we are going to do is we are going to see a simple example of this converse, inverse, and contrapositive. How we are going to get it. Okay. I'm just changing out the page, student. Okay. So we'll take a simple example. Okay. Suppose the statement is if, okay, this is what the statement. I'm writing down the statement. If today is Easter, okay, then tomorrow, then tomorrow is Monday. Okay, this is a simple statement they have given, and they have asked to find it out converse, inverse, and contrapositive of this given statement. How we will go, student? Now, the first step is we know in order to find it out the converse, we are going to do Q to the P. In order to find it out inverse, we are going to have negation P to the negation Q. In order to have a contrapositive, we are going to do negation Q to the negation P. But what this P and Q is, right? So this statement, basically, we need to convert it into symbolic form. So how I'm going to convert it into symbolic form? I can have P as, I can have P as
If
Today
today
is
is Easter,
today is
Today is
Easter.
Easter.
today is
Right?
Easter.
Today is Easter. Okay. And Q I will have as tomorrow is Monday. Right? So P and Q we are having, right? Now we need to convert it into converse, inverse, and contrapositive form. So how we are going to convert it into converse? We are knowing converse. How we are finding out Q to the P. So Q to the P. How I'm going to write it down? Q. Tomorrow is Monday. And what operator we are using? Conditional operator. So if tomorrow is Monday, then today is Easter. So converse. You're going to write it as if tomorrow is Monday, then today is Easter. Okay, this would be a converse statement that you have got, okay, for the given statement. Can you go for inverse now, student? How you are going to find it out inverse? Negation P to the negation Q. Okay, quickly write down what would be the inverse and contrapositive. Chalo, write down in a chat box, everyone. Quickly. What would be the inverse? Inverse, we are finding out with negation P to the negation Q. The negation P, how you are going to write it down, student? P is what? Today is Easter. Negation P is today is not Easter. Negation Q, tomorrow is not Monday. So how you are going to write it down? Perfect. Very good. If today is not Easter, then tomorrow is not Monday. Okay, done. I hope everyone has got this very simple statement. Okay, just go for contrapositive if you have done with the inverse. Contrapositive is negation Q to the negation P. What would be the contrapositive statement now? Quickly, everyone. Contrapositive, I'm not getting answer from anyone here. Chat box. Quickly say. If tomorrow is not Monday, then today is not Easter. Perfect. I hope everyone has got this. If tomorrow is not Monday, then today is not Easter. Okay, so this is how you are going to get the contrapositive statement. I hope you have got how to get converse, inverse, and contrapositive statement. Okay, now we will move to a simple statement and how to convert it into a symbolic form. Okay, let me change the page. Okay, so student, be ready. Okay, now I'm going to provide you a simple statement and you have to convert it into symbolic form. Okay, so write down the statement. I will get first class. I will get first class if and only if I study well. If and only if I study well and score above 80 in mathematics. Okay. Okay. So I hope everyone has got this statement. I will get first class if and only if I study well and score above 80 in mathematics. Okay. You have to convert this statement into a symbolic form, or they will ask, write down the statement in a proposition form. So proposition, that means a symbolic form. So please type it in a chat box. On a keyboard, you are having each and every what you say, the sign. Okay. Quickly, how do I represent it in a symbolic form? Okay, Sarang, only by conditional operation operator you will be having. Yes, perfect. Rohan, okay. Rohan, very good. Okay. Rugved, what about scoring? What about scoring? Scoring also you need to mention student. Okay. So basically what you will have student, if I will have P as I will get first class. Okay. I will get first class. Okay. That I'm putting it as a P. Suppose I'm putting Q as a I study well. Okay. And suppose I'm putting R as I score above 18 maths. Above 80 in maths. Okay. Right. So how do I represent it mathematically? I will get first class. So I will get first class is P. If and only if, so I need to use biconditional operator. I study well is Q. Okay, you can have this parenthesis because here ending would come. I study well and score above 80. So and is and this is R. So this would be your final answer. I hope everyone is solving it and everyone has got it how to do it perfectly. Okay. Okay. So whatever the statement you are putting in terms of PQR, accordingly you have to use the biconditional operator. Okay. Done. Okay. Done. Now we will move to the next statement. The next statement is in a small restaurant, the food is good and the service is poor. In small restaurant. The food is good and service is poor. Okay, very, very simple statement. How you're going to convert it into a symbolic form? Everyone, type it in a chat box. In a small restaurant, the food is good and the service is poor. Okay, when you will have a negation, see, they have given service is poor. Okay, so service is poor. Whatever they have given, now put it as a Q instead of going for the negation. Poor, very good, like that. Don't do that. Okay, service is good is Q. P, food is good. So simple P and Q. Okay, don't go in a complication. Whatever they have given, put it as in a statement. Food is good is P, service is poor is Q, P and Q. So I hope P and Q everyone has got. As P is food is good and Q as service is poor. Okay, let us move to the next uh, statement. Okay. Okay. So student write down P is okay. So P is student. Anil is rich. Okay. Anil is rich. Which is given. Okay. And Q is Kanchan is poor. Kanchan is poor. Okay. Now write each of the following statement in a symbolic form. The first statement is Anil is not rich and Kanchan is poor. Okay. How do I represent it in a symbolic form? Quickly say student. Anil is rich and Kanchan is poor. Anil is not rich and Kanchan is poor. Perfect. Negation P and Q. I hope everyone is getting this. Okay, we need a practice for this, and that's why I'm taking all this. Yes, perfect. Okay, negation of P and Q. Perfect. Now go for the second one, student. First one is easier. Second one is yes. It is not true that it is not true that Anil and okay Kanchan are both rich. Do it. It is not true that Anil and Kanchan are both rich. So I represent it in a symbolic form. Now I know how you are performing. Okay, just think on it, have a thought about it, and please logically put it in a symbolic form. I hope everyone is listening, everyone is doing. Okay, trying is must for each and every student. Even doesn't matter it would be correct or wrong, but you have to do it, student. Okay, that is very important. Anyone is has done? Check out. Rigved, it is negation P or Q. Just check it out. See what they have given. That Kanchan is rich also. Kanchan is also rich. Kanchan is also rich. So what you have to put? Ayush, same thing. Nisarga, very good. Very good. 210, very good. Okay, Arya, good. Okay, let us see this. Okay, student. Now here what they have given is it is not true that. Not true means obviously I'm going to have. And after that and is also they have used. So I will prepare for parenthesis. So negation. It is not true that Anil and Kanchan are both rich. Both rich. Anil is rich. Okay, so P will be writing it as it is. And is there Kanchan is rich also, they are saying that Kanchan rich, but Kanchan is poor here. So we have to take negation of Q. Okay, so it is not true that Anil and Kanchan both are rich. So this is how you have to do it, student. I hope you have cleared with this. Okay? Yes? Okay? Should we go for the next one, student? Should we go for the next one? Quickly say yes, no, whatever it is. Yeah. Are you enjoying this? So logically you have to think and you have to put it in a symbolic form. Yeah. Okay. Now go for the third one. Either Anil is poor or Kanchan is poor. Either Anil is poor or Kanchan is poor. Okay. How you will be putting it in a symbolic form? Very easy it is. Either Anil is poor or Kanchan is poor. Perfect. Negation P or Q. Yeah. It's not and 259. It's not and. It is or. So you have to use or operator. Yes. Very good. Okay. Okay. Very good. I hope everyone has understood this. Okay. And the last one you have to do is either Anil or Kanchan is rich. Either Anil or Kanchan is rich. Okay, in a similar way you have to do. Okay, I hope everyone will get for this also. Either Anil or Kanchan is rich. P or negation Q. Very good. P or negation Q. Okay, I hope everyone has got this. Yes, yes. Okay, so we'll be solving the last problem based on this. Okay, and we'll be moving for the next. Yeah. Okay. Next problem. I hope you will solve it quickly. Just get next one. They have given P as I'm studying maths. Q as I go to a movie. I go to a movie. And R as I'm in good mood. I am in a good mood. Okay. Now you have to. Okay. You have the statements have been given. You have to put it in a symbolic form. Okay. So first statement is if I'm not studying maths. If I am not studying maths and I go to a movie, then I am in a good mood. Quickly write down it in a symbolic form. If I'm not studying maths and I go to a movie, then I'm in a good mood. Yes, put it in a symbolic form. PQR is given. Asian P and Q to the R. Perfect. Okay, quickly. Everyone should do it. Yeah. Okay. 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 Done. Now, second statement. If I'm in good mood, okay, if I am in good mood, then I will studying maths. I will studying maths or I will go movie. I will go to a movie. Quickly write down in a symbolic form. I'll repeat. If I'm in good mood, then I will studying maths or I will go to a movie. Yes. What? Yes. R to the P or Q. Okay, whether it is and, visar, visarga, it is not and. It is or they have given. So you have to put the symbol of or. Okay. Okay. Now, should I tell you orally and you'll be doing it? Okay. Listen, everyone. Okay. If I'm not in a good mood, okay. If I am not in a good mood, then I will not go to a movie. If I'm not in a good mood, then I will not go to a movie or I will study maths. Or I will study maths. Put it in a symbolic form. If I'm not in a good mood, student, okay, then I will not go to a movie or I will study maths. Very good. Very good. Okay, 232. Perfect. What about others? No. Purnesh. What about negation? You have to take care of negation because I'm not in a good mood. Not in a good mood means R is I'm in a good mood. So it has to be negation, Purnesh. Okay? So put it negation for not. Okay, very good. Okay, Sarang, Sharvari. Okay. I hope everyone is getting it. Everyone is solving it correctly. Yes. Any doubt in this, student? Everyone is solving? Yeah. Okay. Okay. The last one you have to do, huh? So the third one, I hope everyone has got this also. Negation R, okay, to the negation Q or P. Okay. The third answer is this. Second answer, this R to the P or Q, right? So this answer is R to the P or Q. This is the second answer. First answer is negation P or Q to the R. Okay? I hope everyone is getting this. Okay. Now the last one, everyone listen. Last one, huh? I'm just reading it. Listen carefully and put it in a symbolic form. If, not if, sorry. I will go to a movie. I will go to a movie or I will not study maths. I will go to a movie or I will not study maths if and only if I'm in a good mood. If and only if I'm in a good mood. I'll read it again, student. I will go to a movie or I will not study maths if and only if I am in good mood. Put it in a symbolic form. Very good, Purnesh. Perfect. Okay. Yes. Very good. Sarang. Very good. What about others? Everyone's supposed to put it in a chat box, huh? Not like few the same students are doing it. I want each and every student put it in a chat box. Every student should write it in a notebook. Okay. Okay, very good. Okay. So the last answer is I will go to a movie. Means what? Q. Or I will not study maths. Or I will not study means negation of P. I will not study maths. If and only if means by conditional operator. If and only if I'm in a good mood. That is P. Sorry, I'm in a good mood is R. Okay. So this is how you are going to find it out. The answer for the last statement. I hope you have understood how to convert the statements into symbolic form. And I hope you have enjoyed it. Okay. Now, can we go for the next terminology, student? Yes. Quickly type yes or no. Can we go for the next terminology? Yeah. Okay. Now I'm changing my page. Okay. So we are having some terminologies with respect to propositions and logic. Okay. So we are having the fourth terminology, that is tautology. I hope everyone is knowing about this tautology. So tautology is a statement whose truth value is always true. Okay. Truth value is always true. Okay. That time we will call it as a tautology. Okay. The second one we are having as contradiction. So contradiction is a statement whose truth value is always false. So truth value always false. Okay. That we will call it as a contradiction. And the third one is equivalence. Equivalence. Okay. Now, when we will say that the two statements are equivalent, the two statements P and Q are said to be logically equivalent when they have the same truth value, student. So P and Q, when we will call it as a logically equivalent, when they will have same truth values. Okay. So how do I represent the equivalence with respect to mathematical symbol? It is represented as P equivalent. P is logically equivalent to Q. Okay. When P and Q statement will have a same truth values, then we will call it as P is logically equivalent to Q, and symbolically we will be representing like this. Okay. The fourth one is contingency. Contingency. Okay. So when we will say that it is a contingency, when the statement is neither tautology nor a contradiction. Okay. So neither tautology or nor contradiction. Okay. So that time we will call it as a contingency. I hope you have got 1, 2, 3, 4 terminologies. Tautology, always true. Contradiction, always false. Equivalence, when truth values would be same. And contingency, when neither tautology nor contradiction will get. That time we will say that the final answer would be a contingency. Okay, showing contingency. So these are the terminologies that you have to know, student. Okay. Now, based on this terminology, what type of questions you will have, student? Okay. Now we will see a first simple question with respect to this. Okay. Okay. So what type of questions you will have, student? Okay. You will have a question for about 4 to 6 marks. Show that negation P. Okay. To P to the Q. Okay. Show that whether negation P to the Q is tautology, contradiction, or it is showing contingency. Contingency. So how you are going to perform it, student? How what in a what way you will be doing it? Anyone? What do you have to do now? You have to solve the and with the help of truth table, right? So how you're going to solve it? Negation P. Negation P is the first term I'm going to get. Then P to the Q I'm going to find it out, right? So P I'll be writing. Q I'll be writing. After that, I'll be writing negation P. Then I have to find it out P to the Q. That is the second term. And finally, I'll have an answer as negation P to the Q. Right? So solve it, student. True, true. Okay. False, false. True, false, true, false. What would be negation P? Quickly say, everyone. Negation P. Quickly say.
False, false, true, true.
False, false, true,
Ah.
true.
True, true.
False, false, true, true. P to the Q.
True,
Huh?
false, true,
Huh?
true.
True, true, true. Okay, very good. Now this to this, you have to perform conditional operation. False, true,
True,
false, false,
true,
true, true, True. 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 So what is the result you are getting, student here?
Tautology.
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 Yes. So here you have to show that whatever the equation or whatever the statement they have given, showing all the truth values as a true value. So this statement is showing as a tautology statement. Okay. So this way you have to solve it, student. I will be solving for the next one in a similar manner. Okay, and you will be showing me whether it is a contradiction, tautology, or contingency. Okay, to solve for it, P or negation, P and Q. Solve for it quickly. Okay, 259 tautology it is. What about others? I need to check whether you are getting this, all of you are getting the same answer. TTT, okay, Rohan, Nisarga, okay. Okay, for the second one, I think this is for the first one they have given answer. For the second one, what is the answer? Okay, Rigved, tautology. Okay, everyone is getting tautology. Is it so? Are you confident? Carefully do it. Okay, tautology again. Okay, okay, okay. Very good, student. Okay, so you're doing it in a proper way. So P Q. Okay, you will have P Q. Then you will have P and Q. Then you will have negation P and Q. And finally, you will have answer. Right? So true, true, false, false. True, false, true, false. P and Q is true, P and Q it is. Okay? So true, false, false, false. Right? Then negation P and Q is false, true, true, true. Right? And finally, you have to have ORing of P and this negation term. So P and this ORing is true, false, true, 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 false, true, true, false, true, true. So again, you are getting tautology. I hope everyone has got this. Okay? Okay? Okay, student. So this is how we are going to solve the problems. Okay? Based on tautology, contradiction terminology, and one or two problems will be solving for the equivalence also. Okay, so in the next lecture, we'll be continuing this, and then we will have a mathematical induction. Okay, so I hope you have got whatever the topics we have covered today, student. Okay, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Okay, so notebook and pen is very much important. In the next lecture, I hope you'll be continuing in a solving these type of problem. Okay, so that you will get out marks in this. Okay, so discrete mathematics, you are having a larger or maximum scope to get out marks. Okay, okay. Thank you all. Take care. Bye bye. Student attendance I'm taking from Excel sheet, student. Okay, so I hope everyone is joining with the roll number properly. Okay.